do the intro, or are you going to make the sickly fool here do the intro?
We are the people of Mercury. I am your interplanetary host, Travis Montgomery. These views reflect one planet and one planet alone. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mercury's Cast. I am your host, Travis Montgomery. Today we got a first-time guest on board who I'm very excited about. And as always, the co-host, Mr. Alexander Fuck the World. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling just about like that. I am sick as a dog, and I really don't want to exist right now. It's great.
Sick and lack of sleep to add on top of that, but he's here like a champ. You know, put me in, coach. He's ready to play. Mr. Arnold Sullivan, who I used to know as Dusty Angel. How are you feeling today? Just getting off work? Just relaxing?
I'm feeling pretty good. It's lunchtime, so don't mind me if I do spark up during the show, but I'm happy to be here. Glad you guys have me.
It is an honor to have you. You have a very successful... Well, I mean, I don't know what someone would consider very successful, but you have a podcast that I think is very good to listen to. Actually, two shows.
I'll give you your $100 later for saying that, dude. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'll send you my address.
Get with the times. Use Cash App. It's a great way to transfer funds. The funds were transferred into my account before the show started, so that I wouldn't say anything too negative.
Yeah. See, he did it the smart way.
I'm gonna have to retract my statement then. So the Uncle Tom Show, which is also a Facebook group, and Dusty and Heidi.
Yes.
Heidi's not your wife, is she? Or is that a friend?
No. Yeah, no, she's not. A lot of people think she is. But no, we've known each other since high school, about 25 years now. And about 4 years ago, we decided to do a podcast. And yeah, here we are.
Both very good-looking women. You're lucky to be surrounded by that many good-looking women.
Well, we have great chemistry, so people automatically assume we're fucking. No, it's not the case.
She's single.
She's very single.
Oh. Okay. Well, then I'll send you my address
I'll add me.
when we're done.
I'll make sure to tag her.
Tell me about the transformation from Dusty Angel to Arnold Sullivan.
Well, Arnold Sullivan is just my real name, and it's what Facebook made me put on one day if I wanted to keep my account live. So it's just my real name. There's nothing behind it. Arnold Sullivan, as corny as it may be, is my God-given name. My mother and father gave me that name. My black father is named Arnold Sullivan Sr., and they thought it'd be a good idea for some fucking reason to name me Arnold. So as soon as I knew anything about anything, I tried to get rid of that name and started calling myself Dusty Angel.
Well, maybe you're being a little too hard on your name. I think it's pretty cool.
I think the alias kind of sounds like a dirty drug you'd find in a biker bar.
That's what I was going for. Yeah, but Sullivan is actually my slave name, as my black friends out there like to call it. I'm Irish by slavery, not anything other than that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, before we go any further, I just want to extend a thank you because I found Alexander, or we found each other on a thread, I think in the Uncle Tom Show, and I liked what he was saying, so I hit him up to be a guest, and he just took the reins by the horn and started giving me suggestions and wanted to come on, and I'm like, hey, here we are now.
This is dope. Couple. A lot of people hate on what I do. They think it's a negative thing. They think I'm putting this hate out there. Dude, this is what I'm doing. I'm putting love out there. I'm bringing people together and shit like that. You guys would have never met if it wasn't for me. Thank you very much.
Right. No, I give you the credit. And what you do, the Uncle Tom is the perfect way to put it because that's what a lot of black people would call you. But What I think you're trying to do is point out the problems within black people rather than trying to push the blame somewhere else and maybe trying to uplift them instead of spreading all the hate. The hate is going in the wrong direction. And,
here's the truth, guys. The black community really likes to point the finger. It's the white man's fault. I'm not as successful as I am. It's the police's fault that I got my ass whooped. It's someone else's fault. It's the teacher's fault and my grades are bad. How about we turn that finger around and point it at ourselves? And us as black people are never going to get ahead if we don't personally, first of all, take us out of this black people category. I hate when people lump themselves into a category. We got to look at ourselves individually and point at ourselves and say, no, the cop beat my ass because I was talking out of line, or I flinched, or I did this, I did that. The teacher, I'm failing class because I'm not paying attention because mom has to work 3 jobs because dad's not around. I mean, it gets pretty deep.
It does. It does. Go ahead, Alexander.
Oh, I was just going to say, before his monologue, I was just going to say the one resonating thing that it's a recurring element of the Uncle Tom show is a sense of personal accountability.
Correct.
And I enjoy watching it, not necessarily for its implications in other communities per se, but in my own life, I can apply some of that to myself. More personal accountability. We was Irish.
My Irish brother. Yeah, that's all I'm trying to do. I feel like if we all just individually figured out what we're doing wrong, we'd all get ahead.
Yep.
Correct. And while I do agree with you pretty much on everything, the sad part about it is that there has been some examples of just undeniable where Baltimore is going after black people and people aren't getting loans and
let's ask the why. Let's. I always like to say why. Why is this happening? Is it really racism?
I don't know. I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for most cops who are out there. Uh-huh. And to continue on that path, I think that most of the shootings are justified by the means of how like the laws are written or whatever. But I do think that our police need better training. It shouldn't be so quick to use lethal force. I think if they're going to be above the law, they should be above the common citizen walking around, that they should be able to restrain people without having to shoot them.
Yeah, it's a tough job. It's a shitty job. First of all, it's a job I would not want to do. It's a job where I sit in an office all day, in an air-conditioned office, and I almost do nothing compared to what they do. And I get paid more than the average cop. And I think if you started paying cops more money, you'd get a different breed of police officer. But if you're paying somebody $33,000 a year, you're going to get a $33,000 a year person, no matter what occupation it is. They definitely need, I don't know if they need more training. I don't know. They need where people are just going crazy, shooting people for no reason and things like that. So yeah, I think they need to adjust their training to fit 2017 is the best way to put it. I don't know.
Well, I see a lot of cops on a regular basis. I see about 3 or 4 regular cops, and when I talk to them, they'll say, yeah, I'm on my 12th hour. I've got a couple more to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll see them working 5-6 days a week, and their salary. So, and
I believe we're the only country with a for-profit judicial system where people are getting paid for people to be in prison.
Yeah,
only on the prison side.
What I like to ask myself, and what I like to ask my black people out there who feel like police target black people more in a certain area or whatever, why doesn't that happen to me? I grew up in the same areas. I lived basically the same life. Why don't I experience it more now? When I was younger and I was dressing in my baggy clothes and I had the hoodie on and I had my sounds bumping so loud you could hear me 3 blocks away and I had the 22-inch rims and all that, yes, I got pulled over more. I haven't been pulled over in I don't know, 8 years. Why is that? Why does it not happen to me? I'll tell you why. Because I have a regular Hyundai outside with no rims. I keep my music down now. I pull my damn pants up, and they don't fuck with me.
You were rolling back in the day, though.
I think it's the beard. I think
it makes me look more mature,
more established.
But I could see where people could feel that way. I mean, I definitely get it. Believe me, I get it. I 100% get it. But once again, we have to look at ourselves and say, why do police target black people more? Well, it could be what they're seeing out there. It could be that when they come across black people, they act a certain way a majority of the time. So the police are already walking up with this disposed whatever in their head that this person's going to act that way. So whose fault is it really?
I have to say, I'm not proud of being arrested multiple times, but I was always respectful. And I actually got my bail reduced one time because I was respectful to the bail clerk in the Santa Ana Loop. He's like, I called him sir. He's like, you know what? Since you called me sir, I'm going to reduce your bail to $10,000 from like 25. And I was like, well, there you go.
Meanwhile, Tyrone comes in behind you, be like, fuck you, nigga. I ain't doing shit. Fuck you. $50,000. So whose fault is it?
it was actually Shaquan, just so you know.
That was crazy.
Stop it.
Leave Tyrone out of this. He didn't do nothing.
Leave Tyrone alone, damn it.
Tyrone always
it's tough. And then once you just a little bit longer on this one. Once you go to actually read the reports and then the police, the FBI files, and Michael Brown was going for the gun, and a lot of these people start movements and they start this rioting and stuff, and it's under a false narrative. And it's a close section of people, and it's an echo chamber where their own ideas are rattling around and they're not getting it. They don't want to hear any other information from anyone else. They want to be mad and they want someone to point the finger at. And that's where the whole white privilege comes in, and that's when I step in. Like, look, I go to work every day. I bust my ass in the heat. I'm still waiting to cash in my white privilege points wherever I can. Please.
Thank you. Travis, while you are on that, if I may, I blame all of this respectfully on white people. More white people need to stand up and say, fuck this white privilege thing. Just like you said, you go to work every day. You probably did not grow up with a silver spoon in your mouth. So, but if you were to say this, Travis, in a normal conversation, not on a podcast, you'd be called a racist. You'd be called a bigot.
A fascist.
It happens a lot.
Yeah, so you're just using your white privilege. Dude, you probably grew up just as poor as I did.
I grew up all right. My dad owns an electrical company, and I'm an electrician. So it just
never mind.
Goes to,
Fuck you, white.
I mean, I didn't starve, so most of the time.
I mean, my white privilege is just radiating out of my pores right now. It's so great. It's just so great. I just rolled. Never mind. I'm not gonna.
I feel like what they should do is they should just make the system based on privilege points. You get a card and it takes a positive or negative tally of privilege points. You get negative, the more privileged things you have, you get positive points, and it makes things either harder or easier to access. For instance, if you've ever lived in a trailer park, you get -2 privilege points. So I get -2 privilege points right there. If you've ever been homeless, that's another -2 privilege points. I get even more.
Shit. So people know. People understand.
Yeah. We can have badges. That way people can see our struggles. When the biannual, Olympics comes around, the Struggle Olympics, we can show off all of our badges, our little tokens. I ate pizza from a dumpster when I was 20.
I love it, actually. Fucking love it.
So that way our Victim Olympics, I think the Victim Olympics would be a lot more fun that way.
I think I'll win some medals. I think I would definitely win some medals if it broke it all down. Dusty, I wanted to ask you about a certain individual named Tariq Nasheed. Are you familiar with him?
No, I'm not. Mm-mm.
No, man, he's one of the biggest race baiters to come from that side. He's all about white supremacy and
I'll look him up as you're talking.
Tariq Nasheed. His whole basis is that America is built on white supremacy, and anytime something happens, it's along the lines of white supremacy.
Now, was he
Okay, I've seen his face before. I've seen his face before, but I don't know anything about him.
Was he a king?
He's disgusting.
I don't know. He looks a little douchebaggy.
So he was a king, though. He was definitely a king.
So he was really a king?
A king, rather.
Rapper like King T, he was an actual king?
I don't think so. I think he thinks he was, though.
What the fuck? So his thing is white privilege and white people were
white supremacy.
They get ahead.
No, he takes it a step further. That everything that this white, like for instance, what happened in San Diego the other day. He's like, well, this white supremacist walks in to this pool and starts killing black people, and you don't want to call it racial. It's like, well, the guy broke up with his girlfriend, and even any report said that there was no evidence anywhere that he was targeting people. He just walked in indiscriminately shooting people. And
is he one of these idiots who think all white people are racist?
I mean, we are.
Those lines, yeah. I've done a lot. I've done a lot of looking into him just because he kind of fascinates me that he goes as far as he does on the white privilege thing and the white supremacists, and the White House is filled with white supremacists right now, and literally caught holding up Nazi salutes and stuff. I mean, he just goes. It's almost to the point of trolling, but I really think he's serious.
Really? Huh. And he looks like he has thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of views, so he's obviously somebody.
Yeah.
People are paying attention.
Are you on Twitter at all?
No, not at all.
Okay. That's where I see a lot of his stuff, and I go back and forth. And then there was this other lady on there that said she wasn't as popular, but her name was "Being White is a Sin," and I went after her until she blocked me. So
that sounds familiar. That sounds familiar.
It's like if this guy Tariq, the name of his show is Tariq Elite. So if you want to talk about white supremacy and white people thinking that they're better than the other, but then you're going to call your show elite, it's kind of like you're built on this fundamental flaw.
I think elite is the word elite is synonymous for supreme, and supremacy is, being supreme. But okay. While we're on the topic of people like this, though, did anyone find it funny that the Young Turks hired Sean King, of all people?
Oh, wow. Did they really?
Yeah, they did. And this, to me, is funny because the guy's white. He dresses as though, I think he thinks, maybe he's transabled, I think they call it, like Rachel Dolezal.
He is very much white looking to me when I see him, but he's one of those race baiters too.
Yep.
He maybe comes off as a little more rational than Tariq Nasheed does. But this is what we're up against. These are what people are listening to. They're not getting any other information. These are these people's news sources that the Black Lives Matter movement and people similar to that.
Well, if you listen to things, you have to deal with a nasty headache of cognitive dissonance.
These are our new black leaders, and for whatever reason, black people always have to have leaders. I don't hear about Mexican leaders, white leaders, Asian leaders, but for whatever reason, we always have to have leaders. I do know Sean King, not know him personally, I know of him, but I don't think these guys are any better than the race baiting Jesse Jacksons and the Al Sharptons and all those idiots of the world. I can't stand them. I think they're, the stuff under the refrigerator, like when you kick too much ice under there and it builds and it mixes with the dust, and sometimes a toenail gets under there because you clipped it and it fell under there. That's what I think about Jesse Jackson and fucking Al Sharpton.
So what's your thoughts on the new generation of the real new generation of them? I'm talking now. You've got Whoopi Goldberg and Raven Simone, former former Disney star.
Oh no, please! If these are our fucking leaders, kill me. This generation is. I mean, Whoopi Goldberg, really? No, I ain't trying to hear anything the bitch from Ghost has to say. No, thank you.
What gets me is Raven Simone, because she's not someone that's necessarily had a stereotypically struggle-filled life. I mean, she was pretty much raised on a pedestal of the Disney star pedestal, and I'm sure she encountered some little struggles along the way. She didn't get paid as much as this or this co-star, but she was raised in exorbitant wealth, and I'm like, I remember like a year of my life where I lived in a pop-up camper. It's like,
see, and she's up here crying about this, and that.
I didn't get a gold spoon; I got a silver one. It's At least the silver spoon has antibacterial properties to it.
Well, to keep on going along this line, the racial divide in this country is crazy. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of people on the far right that are just as guilty. They're just not as vocal and don't get that spotlight. But along racial and political lines, you can see this country is divided. One part of the country absolutely hates the other.
Well, I do want to say that when the people on the right do get the spotlight, the people on the left attack them with M80s and glass bottles and bike locks. So when they speak up and they say they're ugly, awful things, they're met with violence. Mm-hmm. Whereas when you turn the tables, if the right were to do that to the left, at every Raven Simone,
you're racist, you're sexist, you hate this, you hate that.
Exactly.
Racist, sexist, KKK.
I want to figure out how they do those Twitter bots, and I want to follow some of these people and just reverse the word black with white, and call it the racist test, and set this to automatically convert tweets from various people. So it's like we need to make blacks check their privilege. Or
I love it. It's somebody like that.
It'd be so dubious, but the racist test.
If you want to look at the statistics of who's really privileged in the country, it's people that grow up with two parents. If you grow up with two parents, you're more likely to be a successful member of society, not commit a violent crime than anyone else, any statistic has to offer in this country.
Are you calling me violent?
So true. Yeah, and that's why we're out there killing ourselves. That's why we're out there running amok, is because, do I need to say the statistic of 7 out of 10 fathers are not in the household in the black community? That's huge. We should be focusing on that. We should be focusing on that more than anything, more than police shootings, more than black people killing each other on the street.
Well, even then, though, no, I mean,
that should be the focus.
I mean, even then, though, you look at this, you look at the homicide rates in this country. Everyone gets their panties in a bunch when, an innocent person is mowed down by police. Statistically speaking, I'm more likely to be shot than an unarmed black man.
It's over 50% white that are killed from cops, but they go on, reported, and Kelly Thomas, I'm sure you're familiar with that.
But look at who commits homicides. Look at who commits homicides in this nation.
It's about 50% black people, and they hold 13% of the population, and it's mostly black males. So now we're looking at 6 or 7% of the population committing.
So guys, this is all the stuff the police are thinking as they're walking up to that car with the 3 black men in there. So they're going to walk up with a different mentality. That's exactly why this is happening. But once us as black people slowly start to change this, if we slowly start to change this, they won't think of it this way. They don't think that we're Asians in the car.
Well, they might.
No.
What if there's some pretty thuggin' Asian guys? They got little.
No, man.
Hey, you live in Long Beach. You know that, Arnold.
Oh, those Cambodians, boy, they don't mess around.
Cambodians, Sarzana, STS, Asian boys.
Oh yeah, ABCs.
I grew up in Cerritos, so I kind of know a little bit.
That's a stone's throw away from you, man.
Yeah, Cerritos over Artesia.
I grew up with a bunch of Cubans.
Yeah, don't you remember?
Where about? Not in Cincinnati.
Or
Newport Richey, Florida.
What? I used to do hip hop back in the day, and used to like promote for shows and stuff, right?
Yeah, that was how
I first met you.
Back in the day. Did we meet that way?
Yeah, I met you because I had a set list going, and then I scrapped it, and then I started another project, and I scrapped that, and then I started broadcasting.
No shit.
Yep.
Did we go back to MySpace? That means we have to go back to MySpace then.
Yep, for
no
sure.
No shit.
Yeah,
that
John
is
Pierre.
Nuts. Dude, I know.
Makes me want
I still talk to him to this day.
I can't remember.
He doesn't like me anymore.
Oh man, he doesn't like a lot of people, especially if they share different views than him. It's just sad because I don't want to hang around a bunch of people who have the same view as me. How fucking boring is that? People block people because they disagree with them. Oh, I'm blocking all Republicans. They voted for Donald Trump. I'm blocking. You are really people?
Wait,
45, not mine.
I am unfollowing anyone that says "May the 4th be with you." That seems really familiar.
F off.
Well, going along with the left and right and divide the unless anyone has anything else to say on this topic.
That's for it.
I'm done.
Can't believe it's still 90 degrees out here.
Oh yeah, it's hot up here too, dude. Do you want to go ahead and phase into Tech Talk?
Oh shit, yeah, go for it. This is important, guys. Put your ear to the
go for it.
This one actually is pretty important. So there was recently a Spectrum auction here in the U.S., and if you guys know how cell phone coverage works, makes a little bit more sense. But for the layman out there, basically there was an auction for the low bandwidth or the low frequency spectrum out there, and the low frequency stuff travels a lot further. It's kind of like bass versus treble. You know, you hear bass from a trunk of a vehicle, so it travels through walls, travels through mountains, you name it. So there was a huge auction for this, and T-Mobile just mopped the floor with everyone else. I think they came out with like 40% of all the spectrum that just went up for auction. What that means is that T-Mobile, which is presently the most affordable, cell phone carrier in the country, just picked up enough coverage on towers to where by the end of next year, they're probably going to have 100% nationwide coverage.
Well, before we go any further, guys, it took me 7 hours to try to figure out how to get onto Google Hangout. So I apologize if I'm not following along.
Well, put simply, T-Mobile just picked up two 20-inch subs.
No, and they're going to have basically a monopoly is what I got, right?
I don't see that at all. What they're going to do,
they're going to be able to compete.
They're going to be able to make Verizon start competing for the first time in a long time.
Because T-Mobile, are they the cheap people?
T-Mobile and Metro PCS are the same company.
They merged.
Gotcha. Okay. So, I'm AT&T, baby.
Well, AT&T is going to have to compete too, because what basically happened though is about 4 years ago, T-Mobile got their CEO John Ledger decided, you know what, I want competition, so I'm going to start doing prepaid phones, but make them actually worth having. Unlimited data, unlimited text, talk, and do it on a prepaid line. And I'm going to make it affordable. Well, as of right now, Verizon's actually bleeding off contracts. They're negative in sign-ons this year, whereas T-Mobile has signed up millions of people.
So the subscriber movement is moving forward.
Yeah, the uncarrier movement in general is just it's taking off. By the way, I've not been paid by T-Mobile to say any of this. I was only paid off by one person today, and that's Arnold.
That's right. All
T-Mobile, if you would like to contact us for sponsors, that would be Very welcomed.
Yeah, get us all decent internet coverage, 4G hotspots, or 5G by 2019.
And so I have Verizon, I have unlimited data, and I have the best phone for iPhone right now. And we pay a shitload of money per month to use this.
I pay $40 a month.
I pay over double that, I think. Just over double.
No,
I pay 40.
Double that.
If you do a family plan with AT&T, or T-Mobile or Metro PCS, it's $35 a line.
You want to get married, bro?
Yep.
You want to get married? We can have a family plan.
You're gonna have to break that one to the missus.
I don't know how that's going anyways. Just kidding. But it definitely did seem like there's some, and then you have to sign a 2-year contract in order to do business with them, and then you got to pay the money to stop doing business with them. Like, who fucking pull that off? That's some dumb shit. I keep telling myself that I'm going to get out of it, but I never do.
T-Mobile T-Mobile for a while was paying off contracts if you switched over.
We looked into that, but it was only like they would pay for half your phone, or there was something wonky with it, or else we would have done it.
It would have still been worth it. It still would have been worth it. If you consider how much it was paying.
Maybe at the last hour.
But
Alex, continue this one on, buddy.
Yeah, this was an $8 billion sale. They bought quite a bit of spectrum.
Can we talk about porn while he's not doing?
I mean, keep in mind though, 5G, that'll mean you'll be able to stream, a high quality video almost instantly. That'll be around 2019 that they're going to be implementing that. 2018, you should have full coverage. But for previous or for carriers such as myself who already have their service, when we get, like if I go to get a new phone, that's already set up for 600 megahertz spectrum. My internet speeds are going to double or triple without even getting 5G, because I'll just be getting better 4G service. More reliable service. So this is big for cell phones in general, though, and it's a pretty good movement as far as it kind of shows the merit of capitalism and how it can benefit the consumers. John Ledger's, standing to make a shit ton of money off this, but we, the consumers, are also making money as well, in a sense, because we're paying less and getting better service.
Better service.
Competition for you.
Hell yeah.
These cell phones, they got us right by the balls, and so does the corporations. There's almost no escaping it.
And that's more a sign of crony capitalism as opposed to real, genuine, good, wholesome American capitalism. Everyone wants this gluten-free, fucking organic, free-range capitalism. It's a gimmick, I tell you. We need red, white, and blue.
Give me that OG capitalism.
Yeah, we need some red, white, and blue, USDA certified
capitalism, baby.
Grade A red meat capitalism. America.
Yeah.
I'm down with
love it or leave it.
Because given how many commies this week I've had to shut down, where else it's a great place to go? And this is for all the communists out here who I've pissed off this week with my various articles. There's a mystical land called North Korea.
That sounds like a segue to me.
If ever there was.
Sounds scary.
Oh no, it's fun.
Can I, if I may?
It's super happy.
If I may, before you guys get started, about North Korea, they need to ask Japan what happened the last time someone got a little mouthy with us. We will end their existence in 7 minutes and go drink a Starbucks coffee after that, dude. They need to really knock it off. Kim Jong-un, whatever ill is, he's playing with fire.
God rest his soul. Was his father.
God rest his soul. And if we want to talk about hardship, I mean, Japan got the nukes dropped on them, They got their whole country taken away. They got the tsunami, then which caused. I mean, if we want to talk about someone who's had some tough times, Japanese people got it made. You know, they go at the top of the suffering hierarchy as far as I'm concerned.
Do they win the Victim Olympics?
They win the gold medal goes to Japan.
Well, I mean, we did rebuild.
And there's another thing
Japanese
in my brain that I can't think of right now.
I want my reparations.
I want my reparations. Fuck. I'm German and Irish. Where's my reparations? Shit.
They could have potentially fucked up the whole Pacific Ocean too. That's a by the way.
The parts per million on that are the only people that you're going to hear reporting on that are going to be your loonies. The parts per million count is like that of a banana.
See, but Alex, the thing is that we don't really know.
Yeah, we do. Oceanographic surveys show that the amount of radiation in the ocean now is that of a banana.
I don't know anything, but I feel like I believe him.
It sounds good to me. I'll roll with it.
The human body is more irradiated than the Pacific Ocean is right now.
Well, if you look at those other websites where they have like the three-fin bass coming in. But
Alex Jones wouldn't say that.
While we segue into this, I got something for you to look up on YouTube, and that'll be just Google the words Castle Bravo.
It's not going to be another split face, is it?
No.
This isn't no blue waffle shit, is it?
No, it's not going to be another split face. Just Castle Bravo.
All right. Explosion test, all that. Let's see. Castle Bravo. The deadly miscalculation of Castle Bravo was the code name given to the first U.S. test of a so-called dry fuel thermonuclear device detonated on March 1st, something, 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 something. Let's check it out. Have you seen this before?
Me? Yes. Hence why I know it off the top of my head.
Is that the blue waffle video?
The footage is pretty good, too.
Damn, that looks really cool, actually. Sorry, go ahead. No, you guys keep talking. I'm just kind of looking over here.
No, so basically...
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
The whole point is they did those, and there are now lasting effects, but they've also done at-sea nuclear tests that the radiation counts far eclipse that of the reactor in Japan, the Fukushima reactor, and we still don't have gay frogs.
Well, I would ask Alex Jones about that.
No, because he's got a super male vitality.
Holy shit, that's really cool.
See, you listen to Alex Jones. I do once in a while.
No, I don't. I like the other guy.
Oh, excuse me.
I like the guy who goes around and makes people look like idiots. I can't remember his name, but...
That's me.
I've never listened to a minute of Alex Jones.
The Democratic Republic of North Korea has been making some pretty goofy threats, which is funny because they've got a bit of a issue, a failure to launch, if you will. They might need maybe a little blue pill if you catch my drift. They can't quite get their missiles up.
See what you did there.
I see what they didn't
do. Now, why are they such? Why are we even giving them attention? Not us personally, but why are they even on America's radar?
I hold
America's radar.
If we would just leave,
I feel like
the tensions wouldn't be there. But mainstream media.
I feel like
mainstream media is losing a stranglehold on media.
Yeah. I feel like this is Hulk Hogan worrying about a 7-year-old track star. It doesn't even make sense to me.
Well, the problem is that they have threatened us with nuclear bombs.
Why?
Because they don't like us. I don't know why. Why would you threaten somebody? Well, because we fucked them up. During World War II.
Yearly. Look up the military drills we did a few days ago down on the. I think we did it maybe today or yesterday even.
Anyways, they have threatened us.
The drills done along the DMZ though. If you look up those drills, you would feel pretty aggressed against as a country.
But we can't show the listeners the drills right now. So we have to just go off of what we can talk about, which is that they threatened us before, and they have done nuclear tests, about 5 of them. And so we know that they have a nuclear weapon, and now all they need to do is perfect their missile launching systems, which they're still working on.
They have a nuclear weapon. We have several nuclear weapons. Why are we
mutually assured destruction for them? I mean, for sure it is, and they have to know that.
It's not. No, it's not. That's not how mutually assured destruction works. That is just assured destruction for them. It wouldn't be mutual. We have anti-thermonuclear, we have anti-ICBM technology set up in South Korea. We've got anti-ICBM.
What's ICBM?
Intercontinental ballistic missile.
See, yeah, I come from LAUSD. You really got to slow down for me, dog.
ICBMs are basically space rockets that carry nukes.
Yeah,
that's what they taught us in school.
Actually, the ICBM is a 4-parter, which has 4 rockets in one. The tail falls off, and the other one keeps going.
Stage.
The tail falls off.
Stage.
Tail.
For stage.
Stage. Whatever.
I'm a rocket surgeon.
You ever feel like the retarded kid in the class, like in a room full of scholars? That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. But keep going.
I didn't even complete high school, buddy.
God damn, that's even more impressive. Jesus Christ.
My mama ain't learned me too good. I ain't the sharpest light bulb in the garden.
Light bulb in the garden? Landscape lighting?
Damn, Skippy.
Anyways. On Saturday, so we do this we do this puffing of the chest last week, where Trump sends a fleet armed with a nuclear sub, and they did it, kind of saying like we've dropped a couple bombs in Afghanistan and in Syria, kind of warning Kim Jong-un, you fucking do something. We're gonna, a preemptive strike rather than have him bomb Seoul, where 20 million people live, who will die instantly. They do a test last Saturday and calling our bluff, and we're still. And what were you saying about that test on the demilitarized zone now, Alex?
Every year we do military drills on the border, and North Korea has been asking us to stop doing that now for probably 20 years.
Interesting. Don't they do shit like that though as well on that side? Aren't there? Isn't it like a test of the balls?
They do it
in the documentary I saw.
They do drills as a holiday celebration for their founder's birthday or some shit, or the day he died. I don't know.
Because I just talked about on my show, they have this like Broadway type play there where they're literally reenacting a show where they're blowing up San Francisco, and the Golden Gate Bridge is blown up and everybody's applauding.
Oh yeah,
Hollywood blows up the Golden Gate Bridge at least in one blockbuster a year. We're not allowed to talk.
Yeah, but isn't that the same? But isn't that the same thing though as us like doing military drills on their demilitarized zone?
Not quite, because ours is an aggressive show of force in that we're actually using military weaponry. We're sending helicopters
Perception
up.
Perception is everything, though. Right? Like, they're looking at this Broadway show like it's really happening. Like, oh, this is cool.
This is a case of who came first, the chicken or the egg. Did we aggress them first, or did they aggress us first? The solution to this cycle is to start actually communicating and going, hey, let's just stop this bullshit.
Yeah, and once again, like, why are we even scared of these pussies? I don't know.
Well, I don't think we're scared. I just think
we're scared because if they nuke someone in Asia, that will destabilize the region. It will also affect us economically. The Asian markets affect the U.S. markets, or Tokyo.
Money.
Not to mention,
is what it revolves around.
If we were to launch ICBMs, the entire international community would embargo us. We would become worse war criminals. So,
and guess what? We could fuck you guys. We're not helping you guys. We're pulling all of our troops from you. Screw you. You want to call us names? Okay, we're pulling our 20,000 troops from your border, Afghanistan. Bye.
The sanctions we would receive though from the UN would be pretty terrible. Although
fuck the UN.
Right now the UN might be in.
I'm saying fuck everybody. This is America. God damn it. And I'm not trying to sound like Trump or anything, but we're first.
No, the UN is
first. Yeah,
potentially
everybody. We should be first. We should have been first. Obama
UN
had
is
a weak national foreign policy, so internationally he was viewed as weak. So now it's Trump's thinks he needs to swing some dick.
Let's put it this way, though. If Marine Le Pen is voted French president and she withdraws from the UN, if France leaves, the UN crumbles.
Yeah, it will. And that country is as divided as America is along political lines right now.
Do we need the UN?
Oh,
do we need the UN?
No.
Then why, once again, why, and I'm not talking to you guys, I'm talking in general, why are we even fucking worried about what any of these organizations care? Who cares?
Because
screw them. Okay, bye, we're leaving. Where do we sign?
Nations outside of the UN will also sanction us, and it's more a matter of we won't be able to trade.
Yeah. Once again, I know.
It's a world war.
Kumbaya and all that, but not around here.
World War III.
Oh, bring it on, motherfuckers. Bring it on. We'll annihilate everybody and be the last men standing. In 48 hours, we will annihilate the world. Of course, I'm being extreme, but that's really to a gist of what I really feel.
Do you have little man syndrome? Are you compensating for something?
Hey, all I have to say is may the 4th be with you, buddy.
It's the 4th somewhere in some country.
Inside joke. I don't think Travis knows what we're talking about, does he?
No, I did. I did see that. I was gonna reply to something, but then I didn't want to get blocked. So
would never unfollow or block any of you guys. I promise you.
Oh, nice! I'm gonna talk all kinds of shit now.
I can't wait for Cinco de Drinko.
Oh, God damn it! I'm definitely unfollowing you now. Fuck this. Where's his profile? Alexander.
Which one?
He's got 2 of them. Oh yeah, and I wanted a quick question. What happened with you and Facebook and what could they possibly be blocking you for?
You know, Facebook and I have a very love-hate relationship. We communicate quite often, and I do mean that very sincerely. Get attacked by a dog or whatever is happening there. Okay.
Getting one of these.
Nice. No, people get upset at what I say on my show, and they'll report me. And you could literally get blocked for saying the word nigga or something like that. No. Meanwhile, that's all I see down my timeline is nigga. You go to Twitter, hashtag nigga bitches, nigga, you half naked bitches.
Why you drink so much beer?
And it's like somebody who doesn't like me, they'll point this out to Facebook, and Facebook will block me, and I get 30-day bans every once in a while. So I said, screw that. So I just opened my group, Uncle Tom Show group, and I just opened a bunch of Facebook pages, and whenever they block me, I just open my other one, and I do everything from my group, the Uncle Tom Show group. I don't rely on my personal page anymore because it could get blocked in a moment's notice, but if that gets blocked, my group is still up. 18,000 people as of last count.
What's the deal with What's the deal with the nursing thing? I'm curious. This could be some
that's my 9 to 5. I also am a nurse recruiter. I work in the healthcare industry, so I work very closely with nurses. But and also do so that's what I do. I don't get to do anything with nurses. I'm married, guys.
I'm sorry.
I ain't got my ring on tonight.
Just kidding. Anyways.
So yeah, if Marine Le Pen were to beat Macaron in the election, it would be turmoil over in France.
Well, right now it's 61-39 split. There's still a good 15% of the population that needs to vote, but these are what the polls are representing, and we all know how the polls can lie. We've seen that show before.
Yeah, I think Trump had 5% chance of winning.
Yeah. Yep.
So the France election is a big deal as far as
yeah.
Oh,
for sure it is.
Especially if you're like me. Especially if you're like me and you're deeply ingrained in the meme community. If you want to see Pepe the Frog become, a symbol of a movement, it's going to be in France.
Hell yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Marine, basically, to explain, if we're going to do politics for layman's, Marine Le Pen is backed by the alt-right, and Macron is backed by the SJWs. So
Okay.
Which is supposed to be just left of center, but I'm not sure how much I believe that. And if he gets elected, it's going to go on, par for the course. Nothing's going to change, kind of like if Hillary was elected. I see a lot of similarities between the elections. Le Pen is like a France first, kind of going
you'll
to
see.
secure the borders. And
Did you see any of the pictures of Trump superimposed over the Warhammer 4K, like the God Emperor Trump pictures? Most of those,
something like that.
They've been doing that for Marine Le Pen, but it's her over Joan of Arc.
Good Lord.
Alex,
The memes for this election are just they're the dankest and of the highest quality, and that's the only reason I care about the French election, because I mean you saw like the new French tank, right? It's got the most advanced transmission in the world, 12 gears, 11 in reverse, and 1 goes forward in case the enemy attacks from behind.
Wait. Damn, I think I fucked her punchline up. Damn it.
You know what? I think France gets a lot of flack, but after they lost the most casualties in World War I and in like the worst way, so I'm not mad at them for staying out of anything, because they had balls during World War I, and it really didn't do anything for them. So I'm not mad at them for staying out of any kind of world conflict.
Well, they're about to create one.
Yeah, they're $1 trillion in debt, and they're going to do away with the euro if Le Pen gets in there. She's going to do a lot of crazy shit.
Should be interesting.
Dual currency period. Yesterday they had the May Day riots where they're throwing fucking Molotov cocktails at the police riots. There's tens of thousands of people in the street.
And then Macron's over trolling Le Pen by going to the gravesite of where someone from the national, the NF, what is it, National Frontier, National, whatever, her party.
Fuckboys.
Yeah, National Fuckboys. They went to where a white supremacist member of the National Fuckboys killed a Muslim 22 years ago. Macron did.
So this is like a reality show, kind of. Like, yeah. This is people are really into this. And
it's U.S. election French edition.
Yeah, Europe right now is
much like most European television. It's just that the roles are reversed. Instead of the U.S. copying a European television show and making it infinitely better, it's the adverse. They're taking an American sitcom and making it infinitely funnier,
which is no bueno if you're from Spain.
Oh yeah, because their Spain is braced to take the full brunt of it. If
I'm calling it, Le Pen's going to get elected. They're going to pull out of the EU. They're going to change their currency, and everyone's going to flip out. The European Union's going to fall, and Muslims are going to take over Europe. There we go. Case closed.
I like that idea. I like that. I'm all for it. Once again, as Americans, not necessarily you guys, but I hope our higher ups, I hope our president and shit doesn't care about this. I hope this is the last thing on his mind right now.
Oh no!
It should be if he was running the country. I just think it's really interesting.
3 things. President Trump is concerned with 3 things right now: going to Mar-a-Lago, playing some excellent rounds of golf. Oh, Melania!
Yeah,
and then somehow getting into his hot daughter's pants.
I saw, not to get too weird, but there's this thing called taboo porn where families interact with each other. Yeah, you look into it. Really, it's really good stuff. We were just talking about that earlier. Long story short, there is a parody of Donald Trump banging his daughter. So I would definitely.
I saw probably the most disturbing. Like you've got the Google, right? Okay, so go to Google Images, and I've got two search queries for you. One is called
FBI is going to start.
One's called Split Face, and then
don't do that.
Split Face.
Don't do it.
I don't think I was. I don't know if I trust.
And then the other is a porn recreation of Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. And let's just put it: there's a strap-on involved as well.
Whoa!
Nice.
It was disgusting. It was probably the most cringe-worthy. I did it for science.
Yeah. Have you ever picked up your phone like 2 hours after watching porn and go to the latest thing in your internet browser and it's on what you came to?
Yes.
And you're just like,
oh my god,
disgusting fucking bastard!
And
BBW cream pies, really?
I have one of these, and it'll go in my ear, and I'll be in line at the bank, and I'll be like, "Oh my god!" I mean, literally, it's happened to me while I'm in line at the bank, but it's only in my ear, and I'm looking around like, "Oh shit!" I was just trying to go to Reuters.
It was innocent ebony teenager.
Nice. Hey, that's good stuff.
You sexual deviant.
I'm not a deviant.
Anyways,
but it was for science.
I think the French election is important because it highlights the political divide between the left and the right. That is also here in America. It's also in Germany. It's also in Britain. It's also everywhere around any established nation in the world right now. The left and the right are at each other's throats, and I think, as far in my lifetime, it's the worst it's ever been. People are going to end up fucking killing each other over politics.
They already are.
And on the contrary, I think it is a very important election because it's one, dank memes. There are going to be some really, really dank memes about this election. Two, it's really funny watching the left get worked up. And either way, if Macron wins or loses, the left is going to get really, really worked up about this, and it's going to be funny. It's going to be just so cringeworthy that I'm going to get like at least a year's worth of content for this show. And thirdly, I mean, and I hate to bring us back to this, but can you imagine the Macron-Le Pen porn parodies that are going to come out?
Dude.
It's going to be great.
That's where I come in, guys. Yeah, that's going to be really good. Who would they pick as the actors? No, I'm just playing. Just
kidding. Can play Le Pen.
Dude, there's that one guy that's everything.
When Sarah Palin was popular back then, there were so many of those, and I had a thing for Sarah Palin, dude. Whew.
I
still do love that woman.
Oh yeah, harder.
She has a little piece of my heart. You don't even know.
She's a great big pizza, my heart.
She's making it hard for me.
I need to put a not safe for work tag on this post.
That'd be good, yeah.
How about almost anything that you post?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, so you can't say anything now without affecting somebody. It's ridiculous, man. And people are.
I need to put
we walk around on eggshells all the time. We have to now out there in this world because somebody's going to be offended by something. Don't say that.
What should I do? The trigger warning: rape.
Huh? The hell?
Who could be triggered by that?
I don't know. Sarah Palin. Either way, well, we just totally birdwalked off into an oblivion. Let's. I think it's time for that shoot the shit segment.
Ooh.
I think we've been shooting shit already for a long time.
That's been the entire episode, to be honest.
Right.
Okay, so I'll take this as an opportunity to, put my journalistic mettle to the test. What should we be expecting from the Uncle Tom Show for the remainder of this year?
There's never a shortage of stuff to talk about. There is always, what I like to say is niggas always give me content. There's always something in the news, always something I see on Facebook. So I'm just going to address all of the social issues. And it's not just a thing about me bashing black people. A lot of people hear my show and they think that I bash everybody. I tell Mexicans they need to stop having so many kids. I give a little bit to everybody, but it all comes from a place of love and us moving forward. If we all fix the little shit that's messed up in our community, guys, we will once again be the fucking greatest country in the world. Let's not leave it up to some clown in the White House right now who can't even put his orange makeup on correctly. we really need to do it ourselves, dude, individually. And that's all you're going to expect from the Uncle Tom shows. I'm going to expect all of my listeners and everybody out there to look themselves in the mirror and stop pointing the finger at the white man. It's not the white man's fault that you can't get a job. It's your fault because you can't stop smoking weed and get a fucking job. So stop blaming shit on the white man. That's my big thing. I hate finger pointers, man.
So, what is your thought on the so-called podcast revolution?
I love it. I'll tell you why I love it, guys. I've been podcasting since 2009. When in 2009, 2010, 2011, when you told somebody you did a podcast, they looked at you like you had three heads. A podcast? What's that? You had to explain to them. Yeah, they had, and that's definitely changed. But and now people are gravitating towards podcasts. All the people in radio who used to make fun of me, you're doing a podcast from your couch, blah blah blah. Now I get more downloads than their damn radio show on 790 gets listeners. So it's like, stop. Radio's dead. Radio's done. Goodbye, radio. It was nice knowing you. But no one in 2017. See, guys, when I was a kid, I had aspirations of being on the radio. When I was 9, 10, 11, back in 1990, I wanted to be on the radio. But there's not a 19-year-old in 2017 who wants to be on the radio. Radio's done. They want to do what we're doing, and that's why a lot of them are.
I'm on the radio.
I do want to be on the radio, but not doing this stuff.
Do you what?
I want to do
You're one of the rare ones.
I want to do an old-timey radio show where you do like the radio plays, like War of the Worlds, The Day After Tomorrow.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. And you know what? You could do that from your podcast and probably get way more listeners. That's where we are in this world. Yeah. You don't need a radio station anymore.
Yeah, and it's freeing. When I got the invite to do this, I've had a dream of being on the radio for a long time, so I saw this as a kind of a hybrid way of me.
Probably toward that. You ask the average 16-year-old, guys, you ask the average 16-year-old right now how to go to the radio and find 96.9 FM. Just ask them randomly. Ask the average 16-year-old to walk to a random radio and find 96.9 FM. I guarantee 8 out of 10 of those 16-year-olds will not know how to find that on the radio dial because radio's dead. And if you don't have the 16-year-olds, you have jack shit. But you know what? They all know how to download a podcast from iTunes.
Boom.
I still have to tell old people how to do that, though. Like, okay, so
my mom.
I tried to have like I was going to do a podcast this evening and have a guy Arnold Sullivan on, and he just couldn't figure this stuff out.
Oh, dude! People think I literally just started. I just put my podcast equipment together about 2 years ago. Before that, I was the most tech person. I was always behind the mic. But once I realized that I needed to take reign and do this myself if I wanted to keep going, I watched the hundreds of hours of YouTube videos. I taught myself. I literally just learned about Google Hangout today. You know what I'm saying? That's how far behind I am. But people hear me talk behind the mic and they think that I know all this shit. No.
Hey, I was happy to show you. So that means you need to have me on your show, but you be the host and I'll be the guest.
I want you guys to actually get in the studio. You're closer to me, right? Aren't you in Orange County or something?
I'm in Bakersfield right now.
Well, if you're ever in LA, you definitely need to stop by.
Next time,
I'm in Orange County a lot.
Next time I find myself in LA, I got family down there.
Dude, I got family. I'm right here. What are you talking about?
No, I got family.
In LA a lot, and Dusty, if you need an electrician, I'm your man.
Sounds good to me.
Electrical needs.
But
or other. Yeah.
Not much going on in Bakersfield. I drive way past it. When I go, I literally just drive past. I don't think I've ever gotten off on the street in Bakersfield.
Well, maybe you should. Maybe you'd be surprised. I just watched a comedy show, Joey Diaz out here, and Kevin Smith came out here 2 weeks ago. I watched him, the Fox Theater.
Oh, nice. Okay.
There's a lot of people that are courteous. They're not mindless drones because they live around too many humans. They can actually say hi and open doors for people and shit like that. And if you turn your signal on, you're able to change lanes and stuff like that.
Love it.
I was
and
actually
one of my go ahead. You go.
Oh, this is just a future idea. Throwing it around, either on your show or on our show. We need to do an episode, and it's just a public service announcement episode, and all it is explaining to Californian drivers what a turn indicator is. It's a miraculous device, and I'd really love to do a PSA on it.
People are
down. Oh yeah, I'll drive from here to LA, and as soon as I get over the Grapevine into past Magic Mountain, it's like, bitch, you ain't getting over. Fuck that. I got my 2.5 seconds to make up.
Yeah, and then you drive through Asian neighborhood. It's oh my god, forget about it, dude.
Yep.
Forget about it.
Up here, you'll be on the highway, and you'll see someone just like shoot across 4 lanes of traffic.
Mm-hmm. No Asian or old person. Asian.
Indians too. I hate to say it.
Oh really? They don't know. Oh
yeah. My oldest brother, rest in peace. We'll be driving somewhere in Cerritos, and he'll call. He's like, this person's either Asian, Indian, or old, and then we'll drive.
I do that too.
Yep, sure enough. You're right most of the time. But today it's people on their fucking phone who can't drive.
Fucking texting and shit. I beep at them. Hey, pay attention, asshole. If it's a girl, if it's a big like gangster dude, I keep driving. Go ahead, keep texting.
You say something in your breath though, motherfucker. Why don't you just?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In all fairness, I do want to be that guy that just bakes like iPhone-shaped cookies, decorates them to look like an iPhone. Just has it up to my face like this, and then get pulled over. Cop pulls up to the window, and you just go.
No. You're definitely not black because. You want to stay far away from the cops. Black dude is like, fuck no, man, hell nah. You do not want a cop pulling you over for shit.
Give him a cookie. I don't want
cops pulling me over for shit either.
Give him a cookie. They like treats.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've come to a good spot to shut this one down.
Ooh, it's all dark in there now. Ooh, looks sexy.
I know, I gotta turn the light on. I'm about to take my shirt off anyways.
Okay.
Ah, shit. This is what you guys really put into the show, huh?
What?
Let's see that taint.
I don't know if I could stand on the chair and show you guys at the same time.
Do either of you guys remember Mr. Show? David Cross,
Mr. Show, no.
Mr. Show
doesn't ring a bell.
It was David Cross and Bob Odenkirk. If you're familiar with either of them, David Cross.
I know David Cross, the comedian.
Okay, Bob Odenkirk is Saul Williams in Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad.
Gotcha. I love that dude with oversized suits. He's funny as shit.
So this was a TV show on in the 90s with the two of them. They had an episode. One of their skits was the Taint episode, and I was a little callback to that.
There you go.
Stuff.
Thanks for explaining that. That's actually good. That's good journalism right there, my friend.
Try to educate the co-host as well as the viewers.
There it is, my good man.
Now you know though. Now you know though. When I comment on your shit, I got a little bit of clout. So when you say my name, when you say my name, you best put a little respect on it.
Put some respect on it.
Put some respect on your shit with a K.
Some respect on it.
I'm actually considering rebooting, trying to breathe some life back into Brother to Brother. So we'll probably be interacting a little bit more.
Sounds good. Brother to Brother is your podcast?
No, that's the page I.
The group. Yeah. Gotcha. That's how we met. Now it's all coming together.
Yep.
Dude, I'm horrible with that shit. My boy Tori Corey, right? Or something like that?
Yep.
That's right.
So I'm going to be working with Tori on getting that thing breathing.
He's an interesting guy. I like him a lot, actually. He's a nice supporter.
Hey, he supports my writing ventures, so that's nice. He's always good for encouragement.
And who do you write for?
Yep.
Logical Anarchy.
Pornhub.
By the way, Mr. Dusty Angel,
Yes.
Angel Dust. If you ever want to check out some interesting shit that you can rip on your show, check out logicalanarchy.com. I write articles there.
Logicalanarchy.com. I will do that.
If you Google the words logical anarchy, we're usually the first result. If ever you want to be on the show again, let Travis know, because nobody wants to talk to me.
Nah. Yeah, you're a little too smart for me, dude. Like, I feel like better going through Travis. You know.
I can use simple words for you. Hi.
Space rocket.
Space rocket.
See how I brought it back? Journalism, baby.
That's what it's all about.
We just need like the really shitty like vocal sound effects. Be like Trump. It'd be like a speech of Trump. Oh my god, that'd be great. So let's do our name drops. Check out Logical Anarchy. Check out the Uncle Tom Show. Follow Mr. Arnold Sullivan on his free time. Like, stalk the fuck out of him. Make his life hell. That'd be great.
Call him a racist too.
You know, and say what you will about it. Say what you will about him, but actually, just say what you will about him.
What you will about him.
No, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on. I've been
Thank you,
I've been
guys.
kind of giddy about this. I've been fangirling all day.
We'll have to do this again, guys. We'll do it again, definitely.
For sure we will. I'll hit you up somewhere down the line. And fucking always forget. I meant to say this in the beginning of the episode. Please follow on all social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Mercury's Cast, and like and subscribe on iTunes if you would. If you're the first person to comment on this episode will receive a free gift. Just know that you did.
Unfortunately, we on the show are excluded from receiving that gift. As our friends and family.
I'll send him a semen top cracker in the mail. If you want.
Send him the boogie board and back of you. The yellow boogie board.
I will not give that up. Because I'm going to use it again someday. God damn it.
I've only used it once. And definitely check out the Uncle Tom Show.
Thank you.
At the very least, you can leave some hate mail. I know that's how he usually gets off after the shows. Is he just goes through, reads the hate comments, and goes, "Oh my god, keep it coming."
It's funny because those are the ones that spread the show the most. The ones that hate me the most, guys, they are literally the ones that share my show. They're like, check out this asshole. He's a dick. And next thing I know, I have 20 friend requests and 80 more views. I'm like, oh, thanks, dick face. So yes, haters, keep spreading the shit.
Well, on that, our lovely viewers, I think that'll be adieu.
Beautiful.
I want to thank you, Travis, for coming on the show today. Me and the host.
Thanks for having me.
Me and the host, Arnold.
Appreciate her. All right, but this has been Mercury's Cast, and everyone else have a good night.
Yeah, you right.